from Germantown High School's award-winning TV studio, GHS-TV. It's time for Wake Up Germantown. Now here's your host, Kayla Myers and Kelsey Kimball.
Good morning, Germantown. I'm Kayla Myers.
And I'm Kelsey Kimball. Coming up on today's newscast, a special story about how bicycles and burritos are being used to help the homeless. And we'll teach you a quick holiday treat you can fix this winter break.
But first, today's top story. Plenty of questions are being asked about the future of Germantown High. GHS will continue to be part of Shelby County Schools even after the start of the Germantown Municipal School System. Reporter Cooper Turrell and videographer Sean Byrne spoke with our principal about how this decision will affect you and the next generation of Red Devils.
Recently, the Germantown and Shelby County school boards came to a deal that resulted in a big decision involving the Germantown High, Middle, and Elementary schools.
Germantown High School and Germantown Middle School and Germantown Elementary School will remain as part of the Shelby County school system, and the rest of the schools in Germantown will become part of the Germantown Municipal school system that will start in August.
Dr. Horrell would like to assure the current students at GHS that there will still be a place for them next year.
Any student who is at Germantown High School now can return. That is whether they live in the city of Germantown or live outside of the city of Germantown.
Much along the lines of the system at White Station High School, the Shelby County School Board is planning on making Germantown High School an optional school.
Students that live in the city of Germantown that are maybe in the 8th grade now, there will be a lot of those that go to the new Germantown schools. So the rest of those seats would be opened up as optional school seats.
While students zoned to GHS will still have access to all standard and optional classes, optional students would apply for numerous advanced academic routes.
They can apply to come to Germantown High School as IB/college prep students, or what we envision is that they could apply to be part of a fine arts optional school.
Dr. Horrell is committed to keeping students and teachers updated with the latest news. He is also trying his best to squelch any rumors that might be on the buzz, including one that suggests Germantown will be renamed and its mascot changed.
Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you read on Facebook or on Twitter, or even that you read in the newspaper, because there is a lot of uncertainty.
Regardless of what the future will look like in 5 to 10 years, Dr. Horrell is confident of one thing, that Germantown High School will always be here.
As far as we're concerned, we've been the Germantown High School Red Devils, for the better part of 100 years, and we were going to be the Germantown High School Red Devils for the next 100 years.
For Wake Up Germantown, I'm Cooper Turrell.
It's very reassuring to know that Germantown will still remain the same school.
Oh yeah, even though I'm a senior, I'm happy to know that things will be staying the same. The December ACT was given this past Saturday, and scores will become available online starting on Monday, December 30th. If you missed out on this ACT and need to take it, the next one will be given on February 8th. The normal registration deadline is January 10th, and a late fee will be required from January 11th to the 24th. Many colleges and universities have important application deadlines coming up. January 1st is a major application deadline for a lot of schools, so check with your dream colleges either online or by calling the admissions office and make sure that you aren't missing out on any important dates. Well, so now we're joined by McLean Mayers, who will let us in on some important sports dates coming up.
Well, while we'll be out on the break, basketball will be hard at work playing a tough schedule over the break. College football is finally wrapping up on what has been a very exciting season. While there are 35 bowl games, most of the nation will be watching the BCS National Championship being played in Pasadena, California on January 6th. The nation's top 2 teams, the number 2 Auburn Tigers and the number 1 Florida State Seminoles, will face off in a matchup which promises to be as high scoring as classic national championship games of years past. I had a chance to talk to one of our own campus gridiron experts, Coach Reeder, about this anticipated game.
Well, the thing you've got going on with this game is you've got 2 completely different teams. One runs the ball all over the place, which is Auburn. Florida State will try to throw the ball all up and down the field. Auburn can't stop the pass for anything. Missouri is not very good at throwing the ball, and they were able to throw the ball easily up down the field. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think Florida State wins because I don't think Auburn will be able to score as many points as Florida State will. So somewhere in the neighborhood of, like 42 to 30, 42 to 35, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Thanks to Coach Reeder for the expert analysis. Basketball is finally in full stride here at Germantown, and both the boys and girls teams have had great starts to their seasons. The boys have had impressive wins over Columbia Central, which they won 79-50, and another win against Bartlett, which they won 58-44. This last Thursday, however, they lost by the narrowest of margins, losing to the Collierville Dragons with a score of 73-64. In girls basketball, the Lady Red Devils had a crushing loss to Whitehaven with a final score of 66-55. But they had a quick turnaround with an impressive win over Bartlett, which they won 51-30. On top of the stellar win over Bartlett, the Lady Red Devils had a nail-biting win over Collierville, scraping out a 2-point victory with a score of 33-31. Looking later into the season, both teams will face tough opponents. On January 10th, they will battle it out against Southwind at Southwind High. On January 14th, both teams will come home to take on Wooddale in what is sure to be a great couple of games. And finally, on January 17th, they will take on our crosstown rivals, the Houston Mustangs, at Houston. With the games coming up, I'd have to say I'm probably most excited to see Germantown take on our rivals, the Houston Mustangs.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to go out and support the Red Devils for that one.
Yeah, it's always great to see two rival teams compete.
Please.
This next story comes from McLean, but it's a much more serious topic than basketball. He and videographer Zac Leonard hit the streets of Memphis with a group of citizens making a difference in the life of our area's homeless.
There are over 1,800 homeless people in Memphis on any given day. But Tommy Clark and Urban Bicycle Food Ministry are doing all that they can to try and lower that statistic.
Well, it's a group of people that meets once a week, every Wednesday night, around 7:30 or 8, and we get together and we basically deliver food and supplies to people on the streets via bicycle.
The supplies can range from anything, such as sleeping supplies, bathroom utensils, and even care packages put together by local volunteers. But one thing is never left out of their backpacks on their weekly ride: burritos.
We've always done burritos just because it's easy to do. We can make up a lot of them and nutritious. So we've always done burritos, anywhere from 150 to 300 burritos. Of course, bottled water, snacks.
However, with winter fast approaching, UBFM has gone above and beyond to make sure the homeless of Memphis are well equipped for the winter months ahead.
This time of year, it's real cold, so we like to give out blankets, jackets, hand warmers, gloves, caps, anything that somebody might need on the streets to keep them warm or to get them through the night or get them through the winter time.
For both Tommy Clark and other UBFM volunteers, though, the cold temperatures don't matter. All that matters is that whoever they are helping is as safe as possible.
We've developed relationships with people. We've started to learn people's names as they have started to learn our names. We know where to find certain people, and we go to those places.
The best moment is when as soon as you roll up on that individual, you ask them, have you had dinner tonight? Is there anything we can do for you? And as soon as they notice who you are and see their face light up, it's just like they have the biggest smile on their face.
For Wake Up Germantown, I'm McLean Mayers.
Thanks, McLean and Zac, for that insight story on the Urban Bicycle Food Ministry. If you would like to be involved with the UBFM, you can like them on Facebook or go to their website, www.ubfm.org. And we are joined now by India Ratliff. India, don't you think that was a really heartwarming story?
Yes, it definitely gives you some ideas of what you can do over the break to help someone else out.
Definitely.
Well, aside from gifts and spending time with family and friends, the holidays always come with tasty treats. Megan Bratton and Kaylin Coulter show us a quick and yummy holiday treat that anyone can make this winter break.
I'm Megan Bratton. And I'm Kaylin Coulter. When I think about the holidays, I think about all the delicious treats that people make for each other. That's why we wanted to give you, our viewers, an easy holiday recipe to make for your family and friends.
All you're gonna need is a brownie bite, some strawberries, and some frosting.
First, cut the top of the strawberry off.
Then, put the strawberry on top of the brownie bite.
Take your bag of frosting and draw a circle around the top of the brownie bite.
Then add some frosting to the tip of the strawberry. And look, you've got an adorable little brownie bite Santa hat.
We'd like to see how yours turned out. You can tweet us at the hashtag #WugHolidayTreat. Happy holidays and enjoy your winter break.
Thanks, Megan and Kaylin. And with all that extra food, the last thing you want to be over the break is a couch potato. Here are some holiday events happening around town. You and your family can visit Snowy Nights from now until December 30th at the Botanical Gardens. Also, indulge in your favorite Christmas movie live at Theater Memphis with A Christmas Carol until December 23rd. Saddle up those reindeer and come to Shelby Farms Park for Starry Nights. This light show and festival runs until December 27th. Well, speaking for someone who goes to Starry Nights every year, I can definitely say I'm excited.
Oh, I can't wait to go see it over winter break.
Yeah, I volunteered there recently, and it's a beautiful exhibit. We hope you've enjoyed today's newscast. You can follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Our final video of 2013 comes with a disclaimer. If you or anyone around you still believes in Santa Claus, this is where the show ends for you. Thanks and happy holidays.
Now, for the rest of you out there, we leave you with students and staff here at GHS sharing that traumatic moment they discovered old St. Nick was a fraud.
For Kayla Myers and India Ratliff, I'm Kelsey Kimball. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful winter break.
When did you find out that Santa wasn't real and how?
Santa's not real. Okay, listen, it was like a traumatic experience when I was 3 years old. I came downstairs and it was my dad. And that's my story. I never really believed in Santa.
In 5th grade, when my parents had all my toys in a box. When I found out when I was 4 years old, and then they say Santa was not real, I keep crying and I was shocked. And I couldn't talk to my parents. It was real.
I don't remember ever believing in Santa. I don't think that was something that was a tradition in our home. And I will say it is a tradition we've carried on in our home. My kids don't believe in Santa.
I was 12 and I walked downstairs late at night and my mom was putting presents under the tree, so it was upsetting.
I think I was about 4 and I personally saw my dad eating the cookies I left for Santa, so.
It was actually in kindergarten and it was my fault. I went snooping through my mom's closet and I found a present that I wasn't supposed to find and I blabbed it out on Christmas Day and I actually ruined it for my brother and sister as well. So, kindergarten for me.
Well, actually, my parents had to tell me because I was absolutely sure that my parents would not lie to me. So in middle school, it became perfectly abundantly clear that I was going to be ostracized. I was the only person that actually believed in Santa still. So my parents had to tell me that he wasn't real so that I, you know, it was very disappointing.
I found out I was 12 and I was in my brother's room and he was talking to his girlfriend, and he told his girlfriend that he had to go play Santa Claus and put my toys under the tree, and I heard him, and so I was kind of sad. I think I cried a little bit too, but when I was 12 I was probably too old to believe it anyway, but that's how I found out.
My parents broke the news to me when I was about 8. In 3rd grade, I still remember it. It wasn't pleasant.
Santa's not real.
Great, look what you've done. You did a terrible thing.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, thank you.
Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright.